in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans.
All right, you've seen it. The ending of Season 1 of Fly By Night. It has just premiered on the channel. Go ahead and check out the finale. It is streaming now, everybody. Make sure to give your thoughts down below and what you thought of the finale and what you overall thought of Season 1 of Fly By Night. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. This show genuinely was such a crazy ride. We started this back in the summer of last year. We finished her off here now in the spring. Late winter, early spring. Yeah, honestly, you guys blew me away with your reactions to this show. That's what I'm going to start with. You guys blew me away because when I started this show, I was thinking to myself, man, this could either go really good or this could be really bad. And for some reason, I was thinking it was going to go really bad. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to vibe with this. It's very different of a type of show than I've ever done before. You know, the 1950s, mystery box type of show, you know what I mean? With the 2004 timeline in every opening scene, which, yes, a lot of you guys caught on to that. The beginning of every single episode, the opening scene of every episode in this first season at least, is a flash forward into the 2004 timeline, right, in London, UK. And then the main 1950s storyline, the main story of the show, is in 1952 in Nashville. So we kind of altered between those two timelines, and the opening scenes served as kind of a look into the future a little bit, But it was a really fun journey, y'all. Genuinely, it was a really fun time. You guys had some really crazy reactions because this show is gory. This show is sad, and this show is heartless at times. It definitely is. There's a reason that I put a warning at the beginning of most episodes of this show, I did that a few times with World Gone Mad when that show got really crazy, you know what I mean? But with Fly By Night, I was like, most of these episodes have something in it that's, either disturbing or, very just, out there and insane. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to put them on every single episode. And I think I did, besides, I think episode, 1 or 2, because those ones were a little bit tamer. But aside from that, we did it for every single episode. But for all the people that reacted to the show, genuinely, y'all, was a really, really fun time watching your reviews and reactions to the show. There was a few y'all that did do that, and I really, really am happy to see all that stuff. Also, all of the people that made artwork for the show, made fan arts of the show, we posted a good bunch of them in the Fly By Night Discord server, which is something I'll leave a link for in this video as well, so you guys can discuss some theories with with each other, and kind of discuss where you think this next season is going to go, because this season ended in a pretty insane way, obviously. We have Alisa's kind of fate up in the air, with her being caught. And obviously, we're going to have to kind of see where this all goes from here, what happens, right? What is going to happen to Alisa? Where is she going to go next? You know what I mean? She's kind of caught in a rough spot there where we just concluded this season. And, obviously, we saw Don Perello in general, Paulie, decide that, because of where he ended up, right? He did not end up dying this season, like I'm sure a lot of people probably expected him to. Instead, we are seeing him seemingly putting out a hit on Vito like he threatened he would do. You know what I mean? After everything that went down, after everything that kind of happened, Vito, it seems like, has been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this season has ended on a pretty massive cliffhanger where we see Vito get gunned down. And Vito is down currently right now. And we're going to have to see what ends up happening. You know what I mean? That's our Don right there. That's the man that made everything possible, And there he is at the end of this season lying there, bleeding out, multiple gunshots in him and stuff. I mean, it's going to be a pretty insane way to pick up Season 2 is the best way I'll put it. Whether or not he survives, whether or not he pulls through is kind of the main question right now. I'm not going to confirm or deny anything aside from just this. When you start season 2, it's going to be a crazy and heavy start. That's what I will say. Season 2 goes in a million different miles than you guys are probably expecting. It goes into so many crazy directions. There's so many things that'll probably shock you about season 2. We are currently writing the season right now. I'm working on it right now. I'm writing out the episodes and writing out the scripts here and there when I get the chance. You know what I mean? Again, your guys' support for this show is something that really, convinced me to continue because, like I said, I have a game plan for a show like this. I've had the game plan before I even started the show. I always like to plot out my shows before I end up doing them, you know what I mean? But with this show, I was like, okay, if this doesn't get well received, if people don't seem to care about this, then I'll just do a first season and that'll be that, you know what I mean? But because of how much you guys cared about the show and because of how much you guys, just had all that interest, here we are now working on a second season, which is in the early stages of being worked on. There has not been any filming for the second season yet, and there probably won't be for a good while, because I've mentioned it before, guys. There will be a season 2, but that second season will not air at least until season 5 of World Gone Mad is done. That is the big thing I can say in terms of timeline-wise. That might give you a rough idea on when you can expect this to come back out. But it is going to be a bit of a wait because I am going to now be focusing on World Gone Mad Season 5, the rest of that season, which there's a lot more World Gone Mad Season 5 to go for you World Gone Mad fans. I know there's a lot of you guys that watch that show as well. But while you wait for this second season, I did want to give a little bit of information. Nothing too crazy, but I did want to give you a rough idea. We are currently writing right now this second season. Plots are being discussed and ideas are being, written down, and episode plots and scripts are being laid out right now. The biggest thing I can say about this season, and I heard y'all's criticism about season 1, a lot of people say, Dan, we love it, but why is season 1 so damn short, And I take that as a compliment, because obviously that means you guys want more of the story. So I took that big statement that you guys kept saying, and I was like, okay, well, keep in mind, the first season of any show I've done, and you guys have probably seen this with The Prey, World Gone Mad, and now Fly By Night, I always do short seasons for my first season. I always do. Because I like to give people, an idea, a sample of the greater, meal, right, if you will. I gave you guys a sample. I didn't give you guys the full meal yet. The meal's on its way. You know what I mean? That's basically where we're at with Fly By Night right now. So I can confirm this. We are in, and this is the only real thing I can say in terms of episode count for season 2, we are in the double digits this season for episodes. That's right, we're in the double digits. And I plan to release these episodes together this time too. So that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a little bit, because I'm going to make sure this season is around longer than season 1 was. You know what I mean? So you guys, when season 2 comes out, it's going to be a long one because we're going to have a longer season. There's going to be no breaks. That's my ultimate plan with this. The break was only for season 1 during a little intermission there, so you guys can kind of get a feel for the, first batch episodes, and then we return with the other ones, all right? This season, I can confirm there is no mid-season to this at all. There is nothing. This season is going to run through, and that's what I can say. When this season comes out, it's going to run all the way through. That is the two things I can say. We're in the double digits this season, and it's going to run all the way through from the premiere all the way to the finale. That is the thing I can say about this season. But aside from that, I can't really say too much else. You guys will just have to wait and see what is going to happen to Vito, what is going to happen to Alisa, and what is going to happen to all of our characters. We've left everything up in the air this season. We have everything, seeming like it was resolved, you know what I mean, but not really. This is your initiation to the show. There was not going to be a resolution to this season. You guys have to come back for more, as you guys know. I am not going to give you guys a satisfying conclusion because we're just getting started with this bad boy. So, there's more to this. There's more to the story. I would love to hear your predictions, your thoughts down below for this second season. But in terms of what I can say for kind of this first season and what it was like releasing a show like this, guys, genuinely, thank you for being such supporters of it. Because honestly, this show took a risk. I mean, we showed the graphic reality of the 1950s, how certain people were treated, which I teased, as you guys may have remembered. I teased that before you guys saw this season. It's real. It's grim. It doesn't shy away from anything. I don't know what network would ever have the balls to release this, honestly, but I would support the hell out of them if anybody did pick this up. No, Fly By Night genuinely is one of those shows that, like, you gotta have those warnings. You gotta tell people in advance. It's not exactly a show for just the lighthearted, viewers. You have to be able to take some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to really see some crazy stuff on TV to watch this show. And we don't shy away from the brutality. We don't shy away from the reality of how things go back then. All of that stuff goes in there. All of that stuff is involved, and it's a period piece. Genuinely, that's what it is. It's a period piece. So, yeah, a lot of plot twists. That's another big thing I'm sure you guys noticed about this season. When you think something's going one way, I like to flip it around on y'all. This show is very much like that. I like to make it as unpredictable and on the edge of your seat as possible, because a show like this, you know what I mean, it's not supposed to be calm. Nothing about that show is supposed to be calm, you know what I mean? So we like to keep you guys on the edge of your seat each time, you know? But yeah, no, guys, thank you so much for giving this show a chance. Thank you for, watching World Gone Mad for all the years and deciding that you put enough faith in me to try out one of my new shows. And your guys' support has been incredible for this show. The second season, guys, like I said, it's going to be a ways away. I'm not going to lie. You're going to be waiting a while now that this season is done. But you can rewatch the episodes while you wait. And the second season will be coming as soon as possible. That's what I will say. Your guys' hype and discussions for this show definitely has told me that this next season is going to have to be decently soon. You know what I mean? Decently soon. But until then, if you watch any of my other work, stay tuned for more of The Prey. Stay tuned for the rest of World Gone Mad Season 5. And then eventually, stay tuned for Fly By Night Season 2. And again, we're moving to very different places this season. We're moving to a lot of different, places. I mean that literally and figuratively as well. This second season will take us to a bit of a different spot that you guys will end up seeing as you go. And, yeah, I'll leave it here, guys. Thank you all for watching. Post your comments down below. We'll be back with Season 2 in the near future. Thank you for your reviews, your reactions, and your amazing thoughts and theories and fan speculations for this show. You guys absolutely knocked it out of the park, and I couldn't have done it without y'all. So because of y'all, Season 2 coming up, and an even longer Season 2 as well. So, where will Alisa go from here? Where will Vito go from here? Where will the Casher family go from here? And who are the service? Who are the service? Check out the post-credit. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies did a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.